Okay, so the other thing that you'd be asked, this is the second video I'm doing on the converse of the Pythagorean theorem. The other thing you might be asked about the converse of the Pythagorean theorem is to figure out not only if the triangle is a right triangle, but if it isn't a right triangle, what kind of triangle is it? Is it an acute triangle where all the angles are less than 90 degrees? Or is it an obtuse triangle where one of the angles is greater than 90 degrees? I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to start with this one over here, number 31. Okay, so again, if it's a right triangle, we know that 28 is going to be our hypotenuse. So we'll say, figure out what 20 squared plus 21 squared is. Right here, I can do this, think of it this way, A, B, and C. So 20 squared plus 21 squared, and then I'm going to figure out what 28 squared is. It's 841. And then 28 squared is, trust me, that says 28 squared, is 784. Okay, so, well, I know clearly that it's not a right triangle because 841 is not equal to 784. And the question is, what kind of triangle is it? Well, this is the long side, 28. If I wanted to have a right triangle, right, to go with 20 and 21. If I want to have a triangle like this, with a 20 side and a 21 side, I would need a hypotenuse that is longer than 28, right? Because I would need something that when I squared it would give me 841. But what I have, the 28, only gives, when I square it, only gives me 784. So this hypotenuse here, or this, not hypotenuse, but this long side is too short to make a right triangle. And you think about what does that look like? Here's the right triangle version. Here is what I actually have. 20, 21, and then a side that's not quite long enough to make a right triangle. If I look at this, I can see that that's an acute triangle, right? That shorter side here has drawn in, if you want to say think of it that way, drawn in this side that was 20 to make an angle that's less than 90 degrees. So this one is going to be acute, and it's acute because the long side is too short to make a right triangle. Let's try another one. How about 38 here? Okay. So I've got 10. No, I can do 38 because that's not even a good triangle. How about 5, 7, and 9? Let's try that. So this is the one, the long side, so I'm going to keep that by, that'll be my C. I've got A, B, and C. So I'll say, well, what's 5 squared plus 7 squared? Well, that's going to be 25 plus 49. 25 plus 49 is, I actually check this in the calculator because I'm going to make a mistake. 74. Okay. And then 9 squared, my C, that's going to be 81. Okay. Now what happened? Well, it's not a right triangle because they're not equal to each other. A squared plus B squared doesn't equal C squared. But in this case, 9 squared, long side squared, is too long, right? So 9 squared is too long, which means that this long side is too long to make a right triangle. So what is that going to look like? Well, if this is triangle, it's going to be 5, 7, and that 9 is too long. It's opening this thing up, right? Opening this angle here up to make it bigger than 90 degrees, which means, well, it's going to be an obtuse triangle. Okay, do one more. Let's do 10, 12, 13. Oh yeah, let's do 15, 36, and 39. All right, 15, 36, 39. So again, 39s are going to be our C, so we'll take 15 squared plus 36 squared. And we get 1521, 1,521. Then we'll take 39 squared. And let's get 1521, 1,521 again. So this one, 15, 36, 39, is a right triangle.